Wow. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, they honestly never fail to rise to the occasion to give us an insane game. And the Bills missing that field goal, just they did that on purpose just so we could get some extra intensity. Outside of that missed field goal, I'm watching this game and I'm thinking to myself, the Buffalo Bills are playing like the Kansas City Chiefs. They're the ones that are coming up with all the best plays, the right play calls, the big stops on defense, making Mahomes' life miserable, um, right up until that missed field goal. But the beautiful play call to Cook. I mean, this was a great game. Josh Allen was literally flawless. Literally, no, that quarterback wasn't. He was 15 for 34 and a 57.2 passer rating, 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. But let's talk about Josh Allen, who was 23 for 26, 273 yards, 10.5 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, a 123.2 passer rating, 6 carries, 19 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But James Cook, man, a huge difference maker, 27 carries for 114 yards. It was smart play calling, man. It was smart play calling the entire game. The entire game. Bosa obviously coming up huge. Kincaid, Shakir, Knox. I mean, this actually felt like a legitimate team effort win. It just wasn't reliant on a Josh Allen shouldering everything or even a Cook shouldering everything. Everyone was getting involved, offense and defense, and the coaching staff, play calling was just perfect. It really was. I mean, Josh Allen also made some just stunning throws, really just and Romo pointed it out where it's just like the difficulty of some of these throws and the confidence in which both these quarterbacks do it. It's just really like second to no one. I was watching this game and I'm thinking to myself, really the only quarterbacks right now that you truly feel comfortable, confident handling this specific moment, because you could feel the intensity. It really is just Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. I mean, what other quarterback? It's not to say that those other quarterbacks can't succeed in these moments, but like the degree of intensity that these guys are dealing with it's pretty remarkable. If you feel that tense at home watching it, it's a million times worse for these guys, and they feel it. We can pretend like they don't. We can pretend like they're just fear that. No, the only difference is that they can handle it. They can just step up and move forward with it. And it was just a brilliant game. And again, making Patrick Mahomes' life miserable. 15 for 34, 250 yards, and 50 of those yards came from that the Hollywood Brown play at the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, I wrote this down. Josh Allen was 15 for 17, 176 yards, 10.4 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, a 129.4 passer rating, and 1 rushing touchdown. Mahomes was 7 for 15, 123 yards, and a 75.1 passer rating, 0 touchdowns because he never even had a touchdown, and no rushing touchdowns or anything like that. I mean, again, and 40 of those yards came to that final play, or one of the, at the very end, to Hollywood Brown. So I'm not knocking Mahomes here. I know I was joking. I was, teasing in the beginning. But that was great by the Buffalo Bills defense. They held Patrick Mahomes to under 100 yards in the first half outside of that one play. So just a really great first half to really make everything quite miserable. They were 3 for 13 on third down. And that fourth down call, that is the genius of Andy Reid. That is the genius of Andy Reid, as I've talked about again and again and again. I love how Romo recognizes the genius of Andy Reid. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. But this game was clearly the Buffalo Bills. 3 for 3 in the red zone, 2 for 3 for the Chiefs. Dominant time of possession, 35 to 25. I mean, the reality is this game, not all games where they win and where the team wins, you feel like they controlled the game, or vice versa. Or a lot of times these games, obviously the Buffalo Bills and the Chiefs have played each other a million times. You always get a sense that both teams are kind of in control, or ever so slightly the other team. Last year in the AFC Championship game, it felt like the Chiefs were in control of that whole game, but like not by like a large margin. You still very much felt like the Bills could win this game. They just have to make that play. This game felt like the Bills were really in charge the entire game, and it felt like if the Chiefs came away with the win, it would have been under pretty extraordinary circumstances, like missing a field goal and then having like a Hail Mary, or something like that. That's what it felt like. The Bills were just completely in control of this game, and you don't see it that much, even in and let's not make it about the playoffs versus the regular season, because even when they played each other in the regular season last year, it definitely was a toss-up. And again, the Bills made the plays, and Josh Allen had that big run and whatnot, but it still was very much like, I don't think that game necessarily we got both teams' best play. I think they both had an interception in the first half, both Josh Allen and Mahomes. This just felt like two teams going up against it. Josh Allen played great, and again, it's not that Mahomes didn't play well. Again, I know his box score was not good at all. It was, to me, that was more of a testament about from the Bills' defense, just really just making an impact. The D line coming up with some big hits. Just really stopping. They had three stops on at the 1 yard line to force the field goal. They just had a lot of important key situational moments. Did a pretty good job of stopping the run for the most part. In the moments that mattered most, when there was these really tough, gritty moments, they still got theirs. They still averaged 4 yards per carry, but in any of these other more situational moments, they really came down with a stop. I mean, I feel like defensively there was only like a few moments where you were really like, how did that just happen? Kelsey had a big catch where he was pretty open, right down the middle. I think it was 3rd and long. The Hollywood Brown play, and I feel like that's it. I think I'm missing one. I guess technically the 4th and long call, the 4th and 17. But again, that is the genius of Andy Reid. That is the benefit of when you have an absolute brilliant coach. You're calling to go for it on 4th and 17. You trust Mahomes to be able to execute. They executed it perfectly, and yeah, that was quite the play call. But tonight was the Bills' night. This was huge for the Bills. This was so important for the Bills to come away with this win, because there was a moment of time. Again, Wilds always jokes about the vibes, and like there is something to that. I forget I was talking about this about another team, but there is something to that. And I think it might have been about the Bills, honestly, but the Bills over, teams always drop some weird games, against bad teams. And it happens every single year. The Bills definitely last year and even this year. But now when you're actually going up against the real team, right? The Kansas City Chiefs, like, it's how do you play against them? And honestly, even if they ended up losing this game, it wouldn't have been the worst thing, because it still showed me this Bills team is still a top team. They're still an elite team. And it's not that I doubted that necessarily, but when you're dropping some weird games and you're playing just not good ball against the Patriots, against the Falcons and whatnot, like sometimes you're just kind of here to question and be like, what's the story here? Are you going to be able to compete with the best teams or not? And they showed that they clearly can. And this whole idea that these teams are kind of always holding something to the vest, as we saw Andy Reid call that one play on 4th long, no one is. Everyone's trying to win this game. Everyone's trying to win this game. To me, this was just one of the best game plans that the Buffalo Bills had, both offensively and defensively. And they're really hurt right now. Everyone's like, well, they're all lying for the Kansas City. The defense is decimated with injuries right now for the Buffalo Bills, and adding to that list, unfortunately, right now. So we'll see who's all healthy when it's all said and done. But just a massive, massive, massive win to Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, James Cook, Bosa. Everyone was making fun of that Bosa pick, and the acquisition seemed like it came up pretty big for them today. And so 28-21 final score. Josh Allen, go get it, buddy, go get it. And now that Patrick Mahomes played so badly, he plummets in the MVP conversation. That's how it works. You did it to Baker, you did it to Dak, you got to do it to Patrick Mahomes. Those are the rules. I'm just being honest with you. Those are the rules. It's not, I don't make up the rules. But when you have a box score like this, 15 for 34, that's below 50%. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 sacks and a 57.2 passer rating in a huge game. It's not what an MVP does. This is what an MVP does. 23 for 26. 23 for 26. My goodness. My goodness. 3 touchdowns? I'd say it was 3x of what Patrick Mahomes did, but Patrick Mahomes did 0. And so when you 3x 0, which is 0. I'm just saying. You guys call me a Mahomes hater anyway, so may as well have fun with it. But like I said, it wasn't Mahomes' fault. That was just defense. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills taking down the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.